So before we begin, I want to make absolutely clear that there's no demand at all for electric vehicles. Other than from government incentives, and of the 72,779 EVs that were sold in the UK in September, that's last month, September 2025, was obviously due to severe arm twisting and cajoling. And, you know, who knows, the Society of Motor Manufacturers and Traders could be giving us fake news about these sales. So anyway, glad I've got that out of the way. Just to point out that EV sales in the UK last month were 29% higher than they were in September 2024, 23.3% market share. So market share has gone up from 20.5 to 23.3. And of course, if you add in plug-in hybrids as well, you're getting close to the 30%. So we're getting close to 1 in 3 cars now in the UK have a plug of some kind. And as we'll see with the French numbers for September 2025, it's quite similar, but I just need to go and do something before I start talking about the French numbers. Voilà les oignons. So now I can start to talk about the French market for cars. Oh God, this job. Anyway, in September 2025, France sold 31,439 battery electric vehicles, which is 22.4% of the market. So that's up a little bit on 2024, where it was 20.3. So yeah, it's moving slowly, but it's a little bit behind the UK. So the UK is on 23.3%, France on 22.4%. The French market has been really depressed this year. It's like well down, like 6.5% down. So, and I know in the UK, September and March are special months where you get a new number plate or something. I've lost track of that. And so you get much bigger sales. So give an example, I think there was something like 320,000 new cars were sold in the UK last month. And in France, it was at about 140,000, which is just a kind of normal month. But what that meant in terms of numbers, another 31,439 battery electric vehicles hit the road, and 9,118 plug-in hybrids. Now, it's quite interesting that in the UK, certainly last month, the ratio of sales between battery electric cars and plug-in hybrid cars was about 2 to 1. Here in France, it's more like 3.5 to 1. Battery electric outsells plug-in hybrid by quite a lot. But whereas in France, hybrid electric vehicles are now taking like 44%, I think last month they sold 62,000 of them. That's not quite the same in the UK. It's a much lower percentage that are getting into hybrids. The big difference also is that petrol is really rapidly dying here. I mean, September 2024, about 26% of the market. Now it's just above 19. Diesel here is pretty much dead. It's down to about 4-5% of the market. So yeah, these structural changes are going on. I think there's an element of the Osborne effect with battery electric vehicles where people are beginning to realize that the technology is moving very fast, and if you buy a car today, then next year that same model may have a battery that charges faster or has a higher energy density, which means it'll go further for the same price, or maybe it'll be cheaper because obviously battery prices are falling, and battery prices are a main determinant of the sale price of the car. So anyway, there we go. I think we're seeing progress. I'm wondering if we will get to the point by the end of this year when 1 in 3 cars in France and in the UK will have a plug. If we don't make it this year, we'll almost certainly make it next year. Anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry about the onions. Until the next time.